everybody, this is Out and About, and we are at the Weber House and Gardens here in lovely Streator, Illinois. My name is Toni Pettit, and this is, where is she hiding? Diane, and where is Diane? I have a co-host. Hello, where is she? Where is Diane?
She loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. Oh, I got two. Uh-oh. He loves me and doesn't love me at the same time.
Well, hello.
Well, hi, Toni. Look, it's me, Diane Marie.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Here comes the
And
bride. Excuse me.
Okay, come on.
I'm coming.
Sit down.
Okay.
So, as I was saying, my name is Toni Pettit, and this is my lovely co-host, Diane Muntz-Oldenburg, who was busy doing I don't know what, as usual.
Didn't you do that as a kid? You love me and you love me not? But look
Oh,
at
yeah.
look at that beautiful little bitty pink rose.
Isn't that beautiful? And it's so indicative of what you'll find here at the House and Gardens, Ted Weber's Weber House and Gardens. So let's sit down.
You know, I have some gardens at my house. Several gardens.
I do. Well, not several. I have some.
Well, I have several, and I'm going to tell you what, I thought they were like wonderful, but I came to this Weber House and Gardens, and it is nothing. My gardens are nothing compared to what I saw here today, Toni.
Oh, I agree. Absolutely. What happens here is just an art. It's an art. It's a work of love. It's dedication, and it is absolutely amazing. You know what? Maybe you should take your hat off so we can see you better.
There we go. There we go.
Let the sun shine.
Yeah, there we go. Oh,
yeah,
sun.
Oh, and
Feels
by
good.
the way, we I don't know. Well, I think you did too.
I
But
did too.
I dressed appropriately
Yes, you did.
because the flowers are in bloom, as you can see behind us. Oh, but I should have brought a. Too bad I don't have a buttonhole. Anyway, the gardens are in bloom, as you can see behind us. And we spoke with Ted Weber, who is the owner and occupant of this property, and we know a little bit about him, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But
I want to go back to what you said about arts. Actually, this is described as an English garden, arts and craft style.
well, there you go.
And I am no artist, but I can understand why it's arts and crafts. This is absolutely stunning out here.
It is. And this year, Ted was saying that it's very difficult, as we all know. It was an extremely rainy spring with an extremely cold end to winter, which of course has affected everybody's plants and gardens and flowers, in particular here, because there are so many. The house and the gardens are situated on a little over 2 acres of property. And
I felt like I walked like 10 acres. You walk this beautiful path, and you walk, and there's something around every corner.
Right. And each garden has a different focus.
Name.
Yeah.
Artsy craftsy thing.
There's oops, excuse me. But it's you have to see it. It's indescribable. We walked through this morning rather quickly. I have been here before on a tour where you actually take your time and Ted walks you through and he explains all the gardens and what they mean and what kind of garden it is and what part of the arts it fits into. He has statues, he has little houses all around, there's a shade garden. Oh my God, I love it.
And it's a beautiful sunny day out here today, and I swear when we went into the shade garden, I think it might have dropped 7 to 10 degrees.
Yes.
It was just such a difference. It was like you're in a different place.
Right. Well, yeah, and you don't believe that you're only on 2 acres because the paths wind and they go in and out and
I lost my
around.
total sense of direction, and I'm pretty good at north, south, east, and west, but I was, and my mouth dropped, my mouth gapped open several times.
It's not, well, and do we know Ted's, here's something we learned today. Many people have told me that they thought this was a kit house that Sears.
like Sears and Roebuck house,
yes,
like?
right.
Oh.
And it is not.
Sears had everything.
Well, yeah. Well, they had houses. They had, yeah.
But I think I did hear this was a, what do you call it? Sears kit, I think is what Mr. Weber said.
Right, and they say that, and I've heard that too, but that is not the case.
Exactly.
It is not the case. So let's just clear that misconception up right now. The house is not a Sears kit house. It is a storybook house.
It's a storybook house, and it was made to be quaint.
Correct.
Is the word he described.
And apparently the way he said it was there wasn't any particular layout or design. Each house was created using some different architectural patterns, but then each one was unique as the builder or the designer made it their own. But I would guess to say that the door I was standing in front of when we started the show is probably a common storybook feature in many homes because of its roundness and the little turret on it. I think that I've seen that in other homes.
The description does not do it justice.
No, you have to.
You have to come here and check this out, and it's right here in Streator at, what is it?
Oh,
it is at
on Baker Street.
It's on Baker Street, 1503 Baker Street, Streator, Illinois. 815-672-8327, and it's open 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and April through October.
Although I know he closes the gardens in October, but at Christmas time you can also tour the house. You can do the Weber house at Christmas, and I believe he's still doing that. But that's really pretty too, with the candles and all the windows. And talk about the house a little bit, because didn't he tell you a little bit about the house?
A little bit about that.
How many rooms
there are?
You
said there's 12 rooms, and there's 6 rooms with names. And their names associated with past actors, movie stars, radio hosts, personalities. What did you say? Kukla, Fran, and Ollie.
Yeah. Do you remember
There's a
them?
room. Kind of vaguely, just vaguely.
Kukla, Fran, and Ollie were great. She was the puppeteer, Fran. Her name was Fran Ellison. And
Yes.
Kukla and Ollie were her puppets. And they had a TV show, and she was also on the radio. And I remember watching it when I was a kid, but she had stayed here at this house.
So did the puppets.
Yes.
The puppets slept here.
Came with her, right.
How about it? That's so cool.
So, yeah. And famous old movie star, Myrna Loy.
And that means that the history of this home goes far beyond Streator.
Right.
It reaches out across generations that have been through this home. It was built in 1938 by Mr. Weber's parents.
And he was raised here, and he still lives here.
Yes.
And he was telling us that originally there were 5 acres of land here. Currently there are 2, a little over 2, I think he said. And the original house that was here when the Webers originally purchased the land is still here, and Ted lives in that house now. And then the other house is, the house that we're standing in front of, is actually part of the tour. So when you come, you'll get a garden tour, and you also get the house tour. And he explains to you about all the different people who stayed here. And Ted himself was a radio personality, not just in Streator, but in Chicago, and was very well known in the entertainment industry. And I think he started radio in the 50s.
I think he said the 50s. I think 1954. 1954, I believe. He said he started in the radio, and I know he did do quite a bit of work in Chicago.
Right, and he was in Chicago until the 2000s, he said.
No. He came to Streator.
Oh, right.
And he was in Streator, and he was done in the 2000s at what used to be known as Wiz, W-I-Z-Z.
Correct, which is today WSTL.
Yeah, right.
But here's the thing. You can see that from our conversation that there's a lot to learn here in Streator. I mean, in Streator at the Weber house. And it's hard to keep it all straight, right? I mean, because there's just so much, and you just keep absorbing it. And then to try and keep track of everything that Mr. Weber has done is just different.
Well, speaking of what Mr. Weber has done, I was absolutely dumbfounded when he told me he is the only person that works in this garden.
Yeah, he does it all by himself.
What? This is a one-man show right here, and it just is absolutely amazing. He would love to have people come and help him.
Right, and we know, those of us who plant a few flowers or have our small gardens at home, how much effort it takes just to maintain. Like for me, my poor garden is so full of weeds right now in the back of my house. It's only like a 6 by 15-foot swath, and with all the rain and with everything that goes on in life, my weeds are that creeping Charlie. Oh my God!
That creeping Charlie. Do you know people in California like that?
I know
They put it on their hills.
Cover,
yeah, they put it on the hills.
Well, you know, if I had a hill, I might put it there too. But I
didn't see any creeping Charlie in this garden for a man that does it all by himself.
Right.
And I tell you what, wouldn't that be a wonderful project for a club or a group or an organization to volunteer once a week or once a month to come out here and just take a section of the garden?
Well, you could adopt a piece.
Well,
right?
sure.
Right? Adopt a trail. Just pull the weeds along.
And just talking to Mr. Weber, he would be so thankful. He would be so thankful for some help. Even your high schools, don't they have a horticulture or future farmers or whatever?
We have an FFA.
They even have a small vegetable garden in one of the
And
plots.
there's Key Club at both Streator High and Woodland. I think it's worth. Let's give you that number again: 672-8327. If you're interested or you have a love for gardening or you want to help keep one of Streator's best kept secrets looking beautiful and promoting it, give him a call. And
I was shocked. And it's just like the historical museum. It's a diamond in the rough. I mean.
Yeah. No, it's a secret.
It's a secret, I guess. It's a secret in the rough, but
it's only a secret to we who live here in Streator. I hate to say it.
That is the truth.
But we don't take advantage of our own treasures. And this is another one of our hidden treasures.
But we do need our community to support these treasures.
Right.
We need our community to put the word out there that these treasures are here. Mr. Weber says people come from all over the world to see this house and garden. And people from Streator hardly even know it exists sometimes. And we've got to promote these beautiful things or we're going to lose them.
Well, what else did he say? He said, it's not just that you're visiting a house and you're visiting gardens.
Yes.
It's got a personal thing to it because each garden has a story. There's Luther the cat. You go through the house and there's stories about people who have stayed here. And you don't know them personally.
Right.
But
you watch them in the movies,
names,
the old movies, you watch TCM, you did the old movies and things.
Right. So it's kind of personal and familiar, and he still lives here, which is unique and different too, because many homes that offer tours, and even in LaSalle County, they no longer have that particular family still residing or involved in the home. And that's unique with Ted Weber also, that he is still a living resource.
Well, and you go back to your Sears Roebuck kit houses.
Yeah.
He was saying that Victorian style houses all had the basic same fireplace, same mantle. That's just how it was. And with these storybook houses, they tell their own story.
Right.
They tell their own story. And the stories Mr. Weber can tell, I was just so enamored by them. If nothing else, please, get to know the history.
And it's not very expensive. It's $15, and you don't have to make an appointment, but you can call ahead if you have a group and make sure that he's available and that there's not something else scheduled. But you can call. It's $15. It takes a good hour and a half to 2, depending on how many in your group.
This is another one of those places you could come back here a couple of days and see something different every time you come, just like the museum.
Yeah.
This is like an outdoor museum.
Have you been here before?
No, I have not. I'm one of those bad Streator people. See, I'm honest though, but shame on me. Yeah. Shame on all of you for not coming. Shame. You've got to come here and support this.
Calm down. She gets very emotional about these things. We got to keep her under control. I can say that I have been here a number of times. My family has visited Streator from outside of Illinois, and my sister was even living in Europe, in Germany, when I brought her here and we walked through the gardens. And I had an exchange student a number of years ago, and his family came. Yeah, his mom and dad came through here, and his mother's an avid gardener, and she was just very impressed. She was impressed with the rose garden. There's an English garden. She was just very impressed with the whole thing. And then, and I have guests, because I have the Baldwin house, and I have guests there, and I'm often encouraging people to come here and see it. But it's just like when you live in Chicago, you don't go to the Hancock Building because you're just used to it, right? It's just always there. But there are things that maybe not always be here. So,
and like I said, any of you gardeners that you have gardens, come out and spend some time with Mr. Weber. He might be able to teach you a few things, and maybe you could even teach him. I doubt it, because he is very, very, very knowledgeable. He is very knowledgeable.
And you know what else I think is cool is you can't see from the street what's inside. If you come to the corner, what is it, Baker and is it
First Street is out here.
First
is out
and Baker
to the south,
Street
yeah.
is the intersection where the house is. But if you drive around, good luck. You ain't gonna see nothing. You have to come inside.
And then when you're inside, you're inside. You are inside 2 acres of majestic beauty.
And don't you feel like you're not even in town anymore?
I know.
Right?
And those trees that are as big as round as elephants. I mean, they're huge. There's trees here that are just huge. It's absolutely fantastic.
I like that it gives you a feeling of being transported outside of the city.
There you go.
You are in the middle of the city. North Lawn School is just around the corner. The Kroger Shopping Center is just up the street. The railroad tracks are just around the other corner. And yet, when you get
Who
here,
needs a Star Trek transformer thing? Beam me up, Scotty. We don't need that. We've got the Weber House and Garden.
Beam me up, Ted, right?
Beam me up, Ted.
Just come here, because it is. It's like
That's too funny. Beam us up, Ted. Oh, that's good.
It's like you have really just left the city, and you're in this
and the architecture and the statues.
You are transported to
Another
just
time.
a peaceful
Yeah.
place of solitude and beauty.
Majestic beauty. It's just
nice. It's really
words
nice.
don't give it justice. I mean,
Yeah.
the colors.
It's
purple,
too
pink,
bad.
Several different purples, several different pinks.
Yeah, you can see right.
Green.
Well, that's why we're dressed this way.
Yes.
Because I wanted to be as vibrant as the gardens.
Oh, you're
I should-
vibrant.
I
You're
should have
vibrant.
your glasses because they match my outfit. If I could see, it would work. Yeah, well, I don't know.
Well, they're brand new.
Am I cord? I'll just, whoa. But anyway. So we wish that we could take you on the tour and walk you around. Yeah, you have to just come here and see it for yourself. But we are the PR, public relations, for not just Weber House, but if you haven't seen us, we were at the Streator Historical Museum. That'll be airing soon. So I think Weber House and Gardens is going to be you'll see it on Mediacom on Channel 14, Streator's local station, the PBS of Streator.
There you go. There you
Gleam
go.
TV will be on there. First show that we're going to see is actually going to be this one, the Weber House. That'll be coming up in July, I believe. And then in August, we have the Streatorland Historical Museum, so we did our little public relations for them.
In the can. That one's in the can.
Yeah, there you go. And then we were at Engle Lane, so we've done that one.
Salvation Army.
Oh yeah, we were at the Salvation Army for the Angels, right, at Christmas time. And we have a couple
And
of
we have
other
a few
things
coming
up.
up.
Yeah, they're not in the can yet.
No, they're not in the can yet.
But that's what we want to do, right? Out and About is all about that.
Out and about in Streator, Illinois.
Right. And
Support
sharing
our Streator, Illinois, and sharing
the treasures
the
of Streator,
treasures.
right? And you know what? There are many people in Streator who just can't. Hello, are you listening? There are many people in Streator.
I am. I was looking at the butterfly over there.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. I
There's
know
more
it's-
than you here. There's butterflies, there's flowers, there's bees.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a snake will come. Maybe a snake will come out and
Don't
bite
say
you.
that. They're at Marilla Park. But anyway,
Oh, maybe
So-
we can do one at Pearl Park
we
after the
could.
snakes go.
Well, yeah, I'm not going up there while there's snakes
okay.
out there. But anyway, there's many people in Streator who are not able to get out anymore to visit these places. And so how wonderful is it for them to be able to watch this on TV and get a glimpse of what there is out there. Maybe remind them of when they were able to go. Or maybe if they have family come to visit, then maybe the families will come and visit these
Facebook
places.
page?
There is a Facebook page.
Go
for
to the
Weber
Facebook
House Garden.
page.
Actually, there's not just a Facebook page, but there is an actual website for
Right,
Weber
that's
House
right.
and Garden.
Yes.
So you can go to Weber House and Garden, I believe it's .com. Yes, it is .com. And there is Facebook. So you can go there and you can find pictures and get more history and information on it.
And I go back to the structures that are there, the statues that are out there. There's a Four Seasons garden with the beautiful summer, spring, fall, winter statue goddesses.
Nice. Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
I saw that.
it's just-
And then there's Luther the cat, but I'm not going to tell you about him. You got to come
Oh,
here
Luther,
and learn
yeah.
about Luther.
Luther's got his own gate.
Oh.
Didn't you know that?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, well, yeah, there's a butterfly gate.
Oh.
And then there's the cat gate, and then
Oh,
there's the
yeah,
microphone
yeah,
gate.
yeah.
You did not pay attention.
I
She didn't
told
pay
you.
attention.
It's too
That's
much
why I do
information.
that's why I do the research. Shame.
It's a lot of information. I think that everybody in Streator should come and take a tour of these gardens. So I think we don't want to give it all away. We don't want to tell you everything there is. We've told you probably more than what
We should have.
right? But and we'd love to stay and chat some more. But I think we got some Look, do you see this? I was gonna say I think we have some gardens to view and maybe a weed or two to pull before we leave. So we're out of
I
here.
thought we'd get through without a crack up, but it didn't work. Okay.
So we are leaving. We're out of here.
Until next time.
We're gonna go maybe pull a weed or two.
It's
What do you
Toni
think?
and Diane. I think we
Yeah,
should too.
I think we should. Yeah. See ya.
See ya. Adios.